Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark? Oh, duh. How about Angel Reese not lie? I feel like this is the most childish stuff. Who cares what these two little girls like or hate? RG3 is coming to Angel Reese's defense for the racist comments she's being subjected to. There is no place for racism. There is no place for fake racism. There is no place for it. Been a lot of reaction to Angel Reese being on the cover. And some of the comments have been completely out of line. One post caught the attention of Robert Griffin III, who made headlines, Griffin did, back in May, saying Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Oh, duh. Reese has even shared a video that led to RG3's family facing harassment over Ryan Clark going at RG3 for marrying a white woman. What does he call each other? Ice cream or snow? Despite that, RG3 is coming to Angel Reese's defense for the racist comments she's being subjected to. Many are arguing he's actually causing more harm than good because the racist comments are from an account with only a handful of followers. RG3, all right, this got to stop. No place for racism in this world. Whether you like a play or not, Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. Boy, I agree with that. I've been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving death threats. All these guys go with death threats. You know, all these guys, hey, look, nobody caught more than me when I was at ESPN. And I didn't whine and moan about death threats. I mean, somebody told me, if you ever come here, we're going to burn you. I didn't go, oh, it's a death threat. What death threats did you get? Just stop. Threats of physical harm to my family and friends and threats of sexual violence to my children on social media and beyond. They'll never be okay with me. Well, I hope not. I never attacked her or family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's sports. Everybody won't like each other. True. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right. And Angel, that's the new thing. Oh, man, that's the new. If you knew how many text messages I got, I do it too. I tell you, ESPN, my phone is full of ESPN people whining and moaning about the stupidity of the women of ESPN, but I digress. All right, of course she's grown to hate it. People in Angel's inner circle called me, told me I was right. Angel has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and constantly being compared to her. All right. Some people made it about race, but I never did, never will. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey ever. Stop. If you hate Angel Reese because she is black, you are the problem. True. If you hate Angel Reese because you are a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. There should be no space for racism in this world. Well, he's right about that, but how about the other way? How about Angel Reese not lie about the good people in my city, Indianapolis? How about Angel Reese not lie about monkey sounds? How about Angel Reese not lie about racially screamed out epithets at a game? No, how about that too? Again, there is no place for racism. There is no place for fake racism. There is no place for it. Now, there are those that say, hey, why are you doing this with a website, X site, that only has 30 followers? You're perpetuating an idiot. And there's a ton of idiots. You could say anything. I said the other day, look, Democrats, do yourself a favor. Find yourself a candidate. Not one like Pete Buttigieg, who's a fraud, who's trying to grow a beard and cuss. Not a cackling moron like Kamala Harris. And that got turned in. So, Democrats shouldn't have a gay person or an African-American person. People will turn stupid shit into anything. I mean, if you're going to whine about all of that, RG3, then there's a real problem. Because you're going to be whining about a lot if you pay attention. But I agree with you. That type of racism has no place, but don't perpetuate it. The other takeaway from this post is a double down Angel Reese truly hating Caitlin Clark. I got 2 words for you. Duh. Seriously. The usual suspects in sports media pounded on Robert Griffin early in the season when he pointed out the obvious. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Man, I feel like it's a tree. Dan times Lee. I feel like this is the most childish stuff. Who cares what these two little girls like or hate? Who cares who hates who in sports? Unless it's a good rivalry. And last time they played, Caitlin Clark's team beat Angel Reese's team by 1,000. Anyway, on Thursday, Griffin confirmed several members of Reese's inner circle contacted him about the comment. According to Griffin, they contacted him to say he was right about Reese's feelings about Clark. Well, no shit. I mean, look, Angel Reese is the queen of Jeep, jealousy, envy, ego, and pettiness. Nobody's more petty than Angel Reese. Say what you want about RGIII, and we have. He's telling the truth about Angel Reese, and that's why Black Twitter and people like Sarah Spain despise him so much. The truth is painful. Here's Angel Reese lying on this app when everybody know the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work. All right. Go get him, man. Go get him. A friend of the show, the legendary Dan Patrick, sat down with PFT commentator and Big Cat. From Barstool's Pardon My Take, opened up further about his departure from the incredibly woke and ridiculous ESPN, and revealing how he was forced to endure a smear campaign as a result of his decision to leave the worldwide leader of sports before opening up about his newfound freedom and his ability to get back at his former employer. Here's D. Pizzle.
I think I had a falling out with Rick Riley, and I don't know why we had a falling out.
I know why you had a falling out. I think it had something to do with when you left ESPN Radio. He said it was the biggest career mistake.
He called
he said it's going to be
Long.
like, it's going to be like Shelley Long leaving, Katie Couric going to CBS Nightly News, and Dan Patrick leaving ESPN.
Yeah.
Are going to be the three biggest media mistakes.
Oh, that's why I'm mad at him. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But you proved everyone wrong.
I did.
I
said, I'll prove you wrong, dude.
Yeah, but you did, because you were the first big guy to leave. And that had to have been at least a little scary, I'd imagine.
Oh, frightening. Because there was this smear campaign that started. Any radio affiliate that had my show, you'd be dropped as an ESPN affiliate if you decided you still wanted to carry me.
It's mafia shit.
It was heavy-handed, but I understood. It empowered me. Like, holy shit, I'm going to matter. They're going to have to deal with me.
Right.
And look, in my mind, that I loved, David against Goliath. I'm sure they didn't care. But in my mind, I would tell the Danettes, I'm like, these motherfuckers, man, we're coming after them.
There you go. D. Pizzle. D. Pizzle not messing around. Yeah. And D. Pizzle's one of those guys, he doesn't mess around. D. Pizzle ain't afraid. I like that he's dropping F-bombs in there. I like that he's not afraid to drop the bombs. You know what I mean? And D. Pizzle obviously has been widely successful. Hey, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Nick Wright lost his damn mind. Nick Wright lost his damn mind while discussing Kansas City radio host Kevin Keitzman's assessment that Patrick Mahomes is fat and lazy during the offseason, leading Wright to launch into an insanely personal rant against Keitzman, claiming he has made the turn. He's made the turn to Neanderthal politics as his little niche, and that he hated that son of a bitch so much. Here he is.
When I finally beat him in the ratings 15 years ago as a kid, I held the listener party at his radio station's restaurant. Smash cut to 10 years later. He owned the radio station, by the way. Owned it. He got forced out because of a horrific thing he said about Andy Reid of a place he owned. So he did what every low IQ, not that talented, but I like talking to the radio guy does, which is like, well, maybe I'll just make the turn to Neanderthal politics. And that's been like his little niche. And so he then on a podcast that can't have 35 listeners said this about Patrick Mahomes, and now for the first time in a decade, he's noteworthy, while I'm on, America's one of America's premier platforms, which is to say, not to make it about me, but we know who won that battle. Sorry, Keats. That son of a bitch. I hated him so much. Oh my goodness gracious. And people are like, oh, Nick, you're punching down. No. It will never feel like punching down. It's a bad dude who's bad for my city, and now people are like local Kansas City radio host. That guy, it's like calling someone a local television host if 30 years ago they bought time overnight. Like, give me a break.
Man, Nick Wright didn't like the man. He didn't like. I mean, I gotta tell you, can you put that guy's face back up by any chance? Can you put his face up? My man just has a punchable face, the guy in the middle. Now, Nick Wright, he's whatever he wants to be. Sometimes he's black, sometimes he's white. Who knows? I mean, all that kind of stuff. That's fun. But let's be honest. My man in the middle, calling anybody out for any sport take ever, should never, ever, 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 ever do that. Patrick Mahomes went 15-2 last year. Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen, has won a few Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes can be a little bit chubby. Look, if you really go through the history of quarterbacks, who was it? Tom Brady, bad body. Peyton Manning, bad body. Ben Roethlisberger, bad body. Don't even get me into Sonny Jurgensen and those guys. Don't even get me into all those other guys. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the greatest body right now in the NFL is freaking Anthony Richardson. And guess what? He can't play dead. Dead. D-E-A-D. Can't play dead. I don't care about your body in the middle of the summer. I don't care about it even at all. But some fat-ass white guy telling me that Patrick Mahomes is this, that, or the other is insanity to me. Get out of here with that. What are you, nuts? But Nick Wright, look, now I'm going to defend the guy a little bit. I got offered a couple times a national radio spot at ESPN. I didn't want to take it. And I've said this many times. Why? I'll tell you why. Because frankly, I don't want to talk about LeBron. I don't want to talk about that every day. I don't want to do that. I wanted to simply talk about sports and enjoy it. And I'll tell you a dirty little secret about being a local radio host that Nick Wright maybe didn't get. I don't know, but I know I got. Man, I got a boat out there. I got a car out there. I got a dock out there. All free. That's right, all free. It's like being a coach. They just give you deals. National radio hosts, you can't do that. I learned that early. Oh, what am I going to do? Go to ESPN and what? Talk about, I don't know. Hey, LeBron had a big game tonight. No, I get it. Being a local radio host, very underrated, at least in my world. I don't know. Maybe in other people's world, being a national radio host is great. But I've been on TV plenty in my life. I didn't need, I didn't need anything else. I just, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, woke dumbass Jasmine Crockett has to be trolling. She's got to be trolling at this point. She's got to be put out there by some PR firm to just say the wackiest, wildest stuff, and away you go. The Texas representative is continuing to promote the lie that mentally nothing was off with Joe Biden. That's the dumb, calling the dumb smart. Two negative equaling a positive. During his presidency, how about that? But you know who doesn't have the mental acuity to be president, according to her? None other than Donald Trump. Let's listen to old Jasmine Crockett.
Do you have concerns about the president's health and his mental acuity at all? None whatsoever.
I had none. Now, granted, I didn't see Joe Biden every single day, but I did have an opportunity to interact with the president. I never had a concern. If there's anyone that I am concerned about their mental acuity, it is the current occupant.
Yeah, there you go. Man, I got to tell you, so if Jasmine Crockett says to you, boy, you're ugly, I would say that means I'm handsome. Oh, man, you seem like you're a little off mentally. That means I'm right mentally. I mean, that is the dumbest of the dumb. I get it. Some Rhodes College and Texas Institute of Stupid degrees, I get it. And people ask me, well, why are you coming at her? She doesn't represent you. No, but she's the one the Democrats, the liberals, are throwing out in front of us. And I've said this forever, and I will continue to say this again. How about Democrats, liberals, you find a normal human being. Now, Jasmine Crockett is trying. You could tell she got rid of the fake eyelashes and all the stupid stuff. She's trying in that to be a normal human being. They're trying with her. That's why I talk about her. They are putting her in front of the camera to test run her. And she's really stupid. I mean, I hate to say it, but listen to her talk. She's trying to tell the American people that Joe Biden had all his marbles. Joe Biden's own doctor took and pled the fifth the other day. All you had to do was say, yeah, I felt that way. And then whatever other questions, go ahead. No, it's amazing. It's amazing how dumb liberals are. It's amazing to me you just can't find one. Think about it. Pete Buttigieg, who is an absolute joke, horrible mayor, gay guy, got some celebrities around him during the 2020 campaign because they thought Gwyneth Paltrow and all of them thought it was cool. Hey, my niece, who is awesome, by the way, was Chasten's PR person. So she was around the campaign. Loved him. She loved him. Nothing bad to say at all about him. They would go to big-time celebrities. He was gay. He had a husband. That made him cool to the pedophiles, people of Hollywood. Now, he's trying to reinvent himself with a beard. He's trying to reinvent himself by swearing. Okay. The other gal, this gal, she's out there. Now she's got rid of the fake eyelashes because no one can take you seriously. I mean, nobody can. Kamala Harris tried to reinvent herself. It just doesn't work. Can't you just find somebody out there, somebody, somewhere, somehow out there that, honest to God, is just a decent person with policies that make sense? Not open borders, not big inflation, not even a little bit soft prosecutors. Don't make sense to us.